young man stands proudly in a striped jacket and patterned tie, posing formally for the camera. Captured by N.C. White in Gainesville, Georgia, circa early 1900s, the portrait reflects the fashion and dignity of the era. Lieutenant General Takazo Numata, Chief of Staff of the Southern Army, and Rear Admiral Kaigi Chudo, Deputy Chief of Staff, depart the surrender tent after signing the Instrument of Surrender. Behind them follows Lieutenant General Sir Montague Stopford, commander of the British 12th Army. Japanese troops cross Victoria Harbour during the invasion of Hong Kong Island, December 1941. The assault marked the final stage of the Battle of Hong Kong, leading to the colony's surrender on Christmas Day. A haunting black-and-white photograph by Joseph Koudelka, taken in Nord-Pas-de-Calais, France, 1973, capturing the stark solitude of industrial Europe through bold contrasts, empty landscapes, and the quiet weight of human absence. Two Italian blackshirts share a light-hearted moment at a train station in Brenner, likely during the late 1930s. Their laughter and relaxed demeanor contrast sharply with the dark shadow of fascism spreading across Europe at the time. Bela Lugosi stars as the enigmatic title character in The Mysterious Mr. Wong, Monogram Pictures, 1934. Known for his chilling presence, Lugosi delivers another haunting performance in this early noir-style thriller steeped in mystery and intrigue. Left-wing Iranian students rejoice in the streets of Tehran, proudly holding a portrait of Ayatollah Khomeini as they celebrate the victory of the Islamic Revolution. The photo, taken around 1979, captures a moment of fervent unity and political upheaval in Iran's modern history. A series of haunting images document the Japanese occupation of Changsha from June 19, 1944 to August 1945, a period marked by devastation, military control, and human suffering. Once a fiercely contested city during the Second Sino-Japanese War, a propaganda poster from post-war Albania, 1950, captures the early years of Enver Hoxha's communist regime. Bright colors and heroic imagery glorify workers, farmers, and soldiers, portraying unity and industrial progress under the new socialist state. On October 27, 1962, at the height of the Cuban Missile Crisis, Soviet Navy Vice Admiral Vasily Arkhipov made a fateful decision aboard submarine B-59. Under immense pressure, he refused to authorize the launch of a nuclear torpedo against nearby U.S. warships. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, commander of the Imperial Japanese Navy, poses with his senior staff beside gun turret number 3 of the battleship Yamato shortly after its commissioning in 1941. The Yamato, the largest battleship ever built, symbolized Japan's naval pride and military ambition on the eve of the Pacific War. Soprano and opera legend Maria Callas and Hollywood icon Marilyn Monroe photographed together at President John F. Kennedy's birthday celebration at Madison Square Garden, May 19, 1962. That night, Monroe famously sang, "Happy Birthday, Mr. President." Rosalind Fox Solomon, Calcutta, 1982. An evocative black-and-white portrait from Solomon's travels through India, capturing the layered human condition, vulnerability, spirituality, and resilience, within the dense fabric of Calcutta's streets during the early 1980s. A rare wartime photograph showing Archduke Karl Franz Joseph, later Emperor Karl III, meeting with Hungarian Landsturm Hussars. The image captures a moment of camaraderie and inspection, on the Eastern Front during World War I, likely between 1915 and 1916. A still from the classic American sci-fi horror film Invaders from Mars, 1953, directed by William Cameron Menzies. The movie follows a young boy who witnesses a flying saucer landing near his home, only to discover that the adults around him are slowly being controlled by alien invaders. In 1939, an 18-year-old Prince Philip met 13-year-old Princess Elizabeth at the Royal Naval College in Dartmouth. Philip, then a cadet, was tasked with escorting the royal family during their visit, marking the first time he and Elizabeth shared personal moments together. Rita Hayworth, one of Hollywood's brightest stars, seen after donating her car's bumper during a World War II scrap metal drive in 1942. Like many Americans, she contributed to the war effort by giving up metal parts to support the production of weapons and military equipment. The Austro-Hungarian imperial couple, Emperor Charles III and Empress Zita, arriving in Krakow on May 5, 1917. Their visit came during the turmoil of World War I, as Charles sought to strengthen ties within the empire and maintain morale among its divided peoples. The interior of an ancient barn in Bredon, United Kingdom, built around 1350 during the era of the Black Death. The massive oak beams and weathered stone walls have stood for nearly 7 centuries, silent witnesses to plague, war, and the passage of time. Oscar Dirlewanger, Wright, infamous commander of the brutal SS Penal Unit, known for atrocities across Eastern Europe, after his arrest by French colonial troops in Germany, 1945. A chilling image capturing the downfall of one of the war's most notorious figures. Audrey Hepburn as Sabrina Fairchild in Sabrina, 1954, directed by Billy Wilder and co-starring Humphrey Bogart and William Holden. This romantic classic marked one of Hepburn's most iconic performances, blending elegance, charm, and timeless Hollywood sophistication. A soldier of the 2nd Grenadier Division, Littorio of the Italian Social Republic, RSI, poses with a German MG-42 machine gun in Italy, circa 1944-45. The unit fought alongside German forces during the final years of World War II on the Italian front. In this haunting photograph, acclaimed American artist Sally Mann explores mortality through stark realism. Taken at the University of Tennessee's anthropological research facility, known as the Body Farm, the image reflects man's fearless engagement with decay, time, and the fragile beauty of the human condition. Designed by architect Albert Speer, the monumental building embodied the regime's authoritarian ambition: vast marble halls, towering columns, and oppressive symmetry symbolizing the illusion of eternal dominance that would collapse only 6 years later. In 1925, Joseph Stalin posed beside his newly imported Rolls-Royce from England, a striking symbol of luxury amid the austerity of early Soviet Russia. The image captures a rare glimpse of the Soviet leader's private life during a time when the USSR. Looking toward Castle Square, this haunting photograph captures Puna Street under Nazi occupation in 1942. Once a vibrant part of Warsaw's Old Town, the street here lies subdued and scarred by the weight of war. The silence in the scene. In the 1800s, British officer Horatio Robley collected 35 mokomokai, preserved tattooed heads of Maori warriors. His obsession with their sacred art became one of colonialism's darkest legacies, where fascination crossed into desecration. In July 1853, Joseph Avery clung desperately to a rock in the raging Niagara River. Hours stretched like eternity as rescuers watched helplessly. The daguerreotype captured his final moment of hope before the current claimed him, frozen forever in history's unforgiving lens. In frozen wastelands where survival was measured in breath and blood, soldiers waged war against both enemy and nature. Ice became their battlefield, frostbite their silent enemy. Every step forward was a battle won against the merciless cold. Vivian Thomas revolutionized cardiac surgery by developing the life-saving Blalock Thomas Taussig shunt for blue baby syndrome. Despite racial barriers denying him formal recognition, his genius transformed medicine. His hands, though never granted a degree, saved thousands of children. In 1893, a child named Roman von Ungern-Sternberg gazed into the camera, innocent and unaware. Decades later, he would become the Mad Baron, a brutal warlord whose cruelty terrorized Mongolia. This photograph captured humanity before darkness consumed it, a haunting glimpse of what evil once was. In the 1950s, a little girl beamed with pure joy, clutching her beloved doll tightly. Perhaps a gift from her mother, it became her treasure. That Kodak film froze a moment of childhood innocence where happiness lived in the simplest embrace, untouched by time's weight. Reverend Gary Davis, born in 1896, was a blind gospel blues guitarist whose fingers danced across strings with divine precision. His voice carried the weight of spirituality and suffering, transforming simple chords into sermons. In 1982, Deborah scaling Kiley's yacht sank into darkness. For 5 agonizing days, she drifted helplessly as sharks circled below. She watched in horror as they devoured 2 crewmates alive. She survived, but the ocean never released its grip on her memory. In the early 1900s, Halloween costumes were nightmares made flesh. Crude masks and tattered fabric created creatures that still unsettle us today. Perhaps old photography amplified the terror, or perhaps people then understood fear differently, raw, unfiltered, and deeply unsettling. In 1921, white mobs descended upon Tulsa's prosperous Black Wall Street with torches and fury. Hundreds were murdered, homes burned to ash, and a thriving community was erased in blood and fire. The massacre destroyed more than buildings. It shattered dreams, erased history, and buried truth. In 1897, Broadstairs Harbor stood quiet and weathered by salt and time. Over a century later, in 2013, the same pier endured, rebuilt yet familiar. The ocean remained constant, but the world around it transformed. 2 photographs, generations apart. In 1935, Stalin rode through Moscow in a gleaming American Packard 12, Molotov beside him. The Soviet dictator harbored a strange passion for Western luxury despite his ideology. Iron curtains and revolution could not suppress his fascination. In 1943, General George Patton and Brigadier Theodore Roosevelt Jr. stood together during Sicily's invasion. 2 warriors, bound by blood and battlefield, carved their names into history's pages. Amid smoke and strategy, in early 20th century Germany, cobblestone streets whispered of change. The old world clung desperately to tradition, while modernity knocked louder at every door. Between beer halls and boulevards, a nation teetered on the edge of transformation. In July 1950, a couple carved out their own small world in the Santa Monica sand. Hidden from curious eyes, they embraced in their makeshift sanctuary. The beach stretched endlessly around them, but in that moment, nothing existed beyond their gentle hold. In 1924, Poland Two young newlyweds stood together, their eyes bright with hope and uncertainty. The world around them was rebuilding from ashes, and they were building something new too: a life, a family, a future. Their youth captured forever, unaware of the storms. In 1905, journalist Eddie Morel waged a relentless campaign to expose King Leopold's unspeakable atrocities in the Congo. While the world looked away, he refused silence. His pen became a weapon against genocide, his voice a cry for the voiceless. In the 1940s, Olivia de Havilland captivated Hollywood with elegance and fire. Her beauty was timeless, but her spirit was revolutionary. Beyond the silver screen, she fought studios for actors' rights, proving that grace and strength could coexist. He fought for France in the Great War, a soldier whose name echoes faintly through family memory. Mud, blood, and trenches became his world. Though generations have passed, his photograph remains, a silent testament to courage, sacrifice, and the heavy price one ancestor paid so others could live free. In May 1941, Nazi troops raised their banner atop Athens' sacred Acropolis. The swastika cast its shadow over ancient marble where democracy was born. Greece fell beneath the boot of tyranny, her temples witnessing occupation. Between 1928 and 1960, the Black Angels defied a world that tried to silence them. Through segregation and struggle, they soared with dignity and talent that could not be denied. Their music, their courage, their existence became rebellion itself. Four legends stood together: Carey Bell, James Cotton, Junior Wells, and Billy Branch. Their harmonicas carried the soul of Chicago blues, each note bleeding raw truth and resilience. Masters of their craft, they transformed breath into poetry. From 1867 to 1901, the White House Conservatory bloomed with exotic plants and quiet beauty. Presidents walked among ferns and orchids, finding brief refuge from the weight of nation and war. Glass walls held paradise captive. Then it vanished, dismantled, leaving only photographs and whispered memories behind. On August 6, 1945, Hiroshima became hell on earth. Survivors, burned and broken, awaited medical treatment that seemed impossibly inadequate. In 1950s London, your great-grandparents opened their home for Christmas. Laughter and warmth filled rooms still recovering from war's shadow. The tree glowed, the table overflowed, and family gathered close. They built traditions that would echo through generations, creating memories that time could never erase. Love made visible through simple celebration. In 1914, French crossbowmen stood with medieval weapons on a modern battlefield. Centuries collided as ancient bows faced machine guns and artillery. Desperation birthed strange warriors, where tradition and innovation clashed violently. In 1886, Mamie Roosevelt cradled young Alice Lee, her brother Theodore's daughter. While TR grieved and rebuilt himself out west, Mamie became mother to the motherless child. For 3 years, her arms provided what tragedy had stolen. On October 29, 1981, costumed children piled excitedly onto the Austin D. Bolts Elementary School bus. Ghosts, witches, and superheroes chattered and laughed, their imaginations running wild. In 1967, astronaut Neil Armstrong cast his line into Icelandic waters, fishing for salmon between grueling NASA training sessions. The man destined to walk on the moon found peace in Earth's cold rivers. For a brief moment, he was just a fisherman, grounded, patient, waiting, unaware destiny would soon pull him skyward. A wounded German soldier stared into the camera, his eyes heavy with war's weight. Beside his portrait, a touching poem whispered of home, loss, and longing. Beneath the uniform and bandages lived a human heart, breaking quietly. In 1970, Harrison Ford hammered nails and sawed wood, a struggling actor paying bills through carpentry. Hollywood had not yet discovered him. His hands built furniture, while his dreams built galaxies far, far away. Fame waited patiently in the future. In 1935, Elsa Lanchester transformed into the Bride of Frankenstein, her iconic hair defying gravity and reason. Behind the makeup and bolts lived an actress creating cinema's most unforgettable monster. Her performance was electricity itself, brief, shocking, eternal. The railway bridge in Riga stood strong over flowing waters, steel and stone defying time. Trains carried passengers, cargo, and countless stories across its spine. Generations passed beneath its arches, wars raged around it, yet it endured. In 1934, Nellie Madison arrived on death row for killing her husband. Her prison photo captured desperation and defiance. When she revealed years of brutal abuse, her sentence became life imprisonment. In 1952, photographer Yasuhiro Ishimoto captured a boy wearing a mask, identity hidden beneath fabric and shadow. The image spoke of childhood transformed, innocence concealed, imagination unleashed, or perhaps something darker lurking beneath. In mid-1970s Derry, children dressed as provisional IRA members, their small hands clutching toy weapons. Better pay in the IRA declared their innocence corrupted by conflict. The Troubles had stolen childhood itself, replacing games with guerrilla fantasies. In August 1954, Sammy Davis Jr. stood on Atlantic City Beach surrounded by adoring fans. His smile radiated joy despite a world still divided by segregation. The ocean behind him knew no color lines, and neither did his talent. For one golden moment, Bass Reeves wore the silver star of a U.S. Marshal across the lawless frontier. The first black deputy west of the Mississippi, he arrested thousands with unmatched skill and courage. World War II's hidden photographs reveal what textbooks often omit: the raw, unfiltered horror beyond battlefields. Faces twisted in anguish, bodies broken beyond recognition, civilians caught in machinery of death. These are the images buried by time, too painful to display. They whisper the truth: war destroys everything it touches completely.